I knew this red day was right around the corner. What's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions here with another live market update. So yesterday I had a $16,000 gain. The day before that I had a $20,000 gain. I've been doing much better this week than I recently have, and I felt like I've been in sync with the market. I knew based off of my track record and based off of just how I tend to trade, sometimes I almost get too confident, just like everyone else, right? And then when I have a red day, it's a very, very bad day. So about 2 days ago, I talked about like, hey, I've been on this hot streak. I know a red day is right around the corner. And I'm very happy to be sharing with you today my red day. Again, not just my green days, but of course my red days. Loss is inevitable in the market, right? One of the things that I love to share, it's this little quote, right? My job as a trader, my job as an investor is not to avoid risk. It's simply to manage it. And I think that's a great mindset that keeps you very level-headed. Down $300 on the day. I'm in with $98,000. I've been scalping TQQQ. I mean, TQQ is down about 1%. If you were to do the math, I should be down about $1,000. But it's because of the couple of day trades that I've taken that it's actually played out very well for me. I don't know if I'm going to end it in the red. I just wanted to showcase you guys. I mean, even at the worst, right? My max loss, so you guys have an understanding, was a 2% loss of what it was that I was invested with. That's about $2,000. I was still nowhere close to the $2,000 mark when it came down to being at the lowest price point. So I was ready to cut losses if I needed to. And that's one thing that I'm always here to remind you is that you need to hold yourself accountable based off of your plan and your intention. A lot of people are asking me right now, right? So I've been shorting the market as the market's been pulling on back, right? So sqqq has been the ETF that I've been paying attention to. And as the NASDAQ market has been selling off, then guess what sqqq has been doing? It's been skyrocketing. I mean, we literally partook in almost all of this. It's gapped up and we made a great amount of money. Our Learn Plan Profit team has been killing it. But again, all great rallies must come to an end. What has been causing the market to drop? The talk about inflation rates, the talk about interest rates, rising interest rates, a more aggressive approach with interest rates. That's all the Feds continue to talk about, and rightfully so. That's their job. I'm not going to complain like other people that, oh my God, they're just spreading FUD. Like, that is literally their job. Their job is to control inflation, and that is how they moderate it with interest rates. It's just how the world works, right? I'm not going to use other people as an excuse for my scapegoat on why I lack success. My job here is to focus on direction, and we killed it. But I knew that sqqq was not going to run forever. So we were preparing during today's live trading session for TQQQ. I got in a little bit early. Obviously, I paid the price. I'm down about $300. At the lowest point, I was down 1.2K. But it's all based off of percentage, right? I'm in with $100,000. So in correlation, that was 1.2%. I mean, if I see 10% upside potential, which I do for TQQQ, and my downside risk is 1.2%, I would do that all day. Again, my job is not to avoid risk. My job is to manage it. And I want to take advantage of opportunities, right? And even my position size at $100,000 or a little bit under $100,000, that's 33% of my position size. When I step on the gas, I can go in with $300,000 or $400,000. And why haven't I done that? Well, direction hasn't really been in my favor. You can see that since the market has opened, we did push up for a little bit. I was up in today's live trading session, and then there was a quick shift of direction. I can't control the market. I can't predict the market. And I'm very happy that I had a light position. So when things were selling off, I could tolerate it. And that's my suggestion for all of you guys. It's as you guys are asking this question of like, hey, should I sell TQQQ? Hey, should I get into sqqq? What should I do with my long-term plays? It's all based off of your intention. That's what we talked about in today's live trading session. We're like, how many of you, and this is an actual question, how many of you guys 2 weeks ago, do you guys remember when the NASDAQ market all of a sudden began to make a recovery? How many of you guys remember that? All of a sudden, things didn't get better. Russia was still attacking Ukraine. Interest rates were still going to rise. Inflation was still present. Oil prices were rising. It's not that things got better. It's that things didn't get worse. We talked about this, right? How many of you, and I'm asking you, comment down below, missed out on that rally and really kind of scratched your head and you're like, wow, what do I do here, right? I didn't prepare for this. I thought the market was potentially going to sell off a little bit more. What? Your job is not to predict the future. Your job is to prepare for it. So that was my encouragement to all of my Learn Plan Profit traders, not to trade what I'm trading. I don't care about that. I don't need my team to do that. My job as the leader in my group is to encourage them to do what is best for themselves. And here's my encouragement for you. Ignore what I'm trading. If you were to only be able to choose 2 to 3 stocks to invest in right now that are a little bit cheaper as the market pulled on back, which 3 stocks would those be? That only you can answer that, right? There's no right or wrong, but create that trade plan. Take time, 5, 10, 20 minutes, and really dig deep. Create that trade plan. Where do you plan to buy? Where do you plan to average up? Where do you intend to cut losses if things go south? Where do you plan to lock in profits? What's your upside percentage ROI? What's your downside risk? All of it. You need to do this. So if the market does begin to recover, I'm not saying that it's going to recover right away, but I think that we can all agree that based off of that performance 2 or 3 weeks ago when the market began to recover, we had FOMO. Why? You might have been invested, you might have not, but you know you didn't fully prepare for it. Now is your chance. This is your second time to really get ahead. You saw exactly how you felt. Don't put yourself in that same unfortunate position that's being unprepared. You don't have to buy anything, but at least you have your trade plan of like, hey, if it trades above this, I'm getting in. If it goes above this, I'm averaging up. If it trades below this, I'm reducing position size. With stocks that you value. Not that I value, not that whoever else is telling you to buy their stock, not about that. Focus on what you value. Look out for yourself. Is that not the reason that we're all here? You're not here to make money for me. You're not here to make money for someone else. You're here to make money for you. So why not take time and look out for yourself? So it looks like TQQQ is pulling back just a little bit. But we also had a really good question asking what time frame is the best time frame, or what indicators are the best indicators, right? And this is a question that I love to answer because I think it has a lot to do with, depending on what you're trading, it respects different indicators and different time frames differently. But what does that mean? Well, have you ever noticed that maybe on the 1 day, 1 minute time frame, this EMA might not be the most effective, right? We're above the EMA, then we're below it. We're above the EMA, and then we're below it. I don't really view the EMA to be a very useful indicator right now, right? But if I go on the 5 minute time frame, it acts as a resistance level, resistance, and then we break above, we got confirmation. The 5 minute time frame is more respected than the 1 minute time frame with this EMA. That's exactly what I mean. And this is different for every indicator, and this is different for every stock. Every stock trades differently. Some are more aggressive than others. And then depending on that, they respect different time frames and indicators differently. So this is when, again, it's not a copy and paste system. This is not like, hey, I use these indicators, you do too. You have to understand that you have to adjust them according to your focus in the market and what you choose to trade and or invest. Again, this is not a copy and paste. This is why we always talk about this market is not a market where you want to be told what to do. All these people trying to encourage you to copy their trades. What? Whenever in school, right? Because we've all been there to some degree, right? Whenever in school have you learned and have become successful by copying others? Really? You want your entire career as a trader to be dependent on someone else and copying someone else? Or, here's a crazy idea, why not take time and learn the why behind why they trade, why they buy, why they sell, the thought process. So when you're put in a similar position, you can overcome those challenges because you understand how to solve that problem. There's this very simple saying that in a world full of problems, be a solution. That's of value, not copying other people. Again, it's difficult, it's challenging. I'm not saying that it's going to be easy, but in my opinion, it's worth it. Especially if you're showing up every single day. Why not double down on yourself and really begin to learn and understand what it is that you're doing. Again, I'd love to answer any questions that you guys might have. I do have a free Discord group. You don't have to join if you don't want to. I really don't care that much. It's if you're an absolute beginner, if you like the way that I speak, if you like the message that I'm expressing to you, I would love the opportunity to work with you on a closer basis. And yes, this is my free Discord, and that's the first link in the description. So if you guys want to ask me any question, if you want access to our live trading session, if you want access to get a taste of what it's like to visit us at the HQ, something that only the Learn Plan Profit team gets to experience, ask me. That's the best way to do so. You don't have to message me on Instagram. You can, you don't have to. Message me via Discord if it's a trading related question. And then again, one of the last things that I want to bring up, we are running a sale. So again, we just presented these new mouse pads. So again, if you have your trading setup, but you want to pimp it out with some new art, not only do we have the charging bull, but we have all these different mouse pads that are now available at shoptechbuds.com. It's the fourth link down below. These three are all new designs. And again, you can go through our entire collection and best fit or choose whichever one best fits your need. We got the aluminum art, we got the flags, and of course, we got the Wall Street apparel. Again, all available at shoptechbuds.com. Whenever you're ready, if you're ready to be able to watch me trade live every single day and you want access, lifetime access to our A to Z video lesson library, take 2 minutes, click the second link down below, learn a little bit more about our Learn Plan Profit group, see if it's a good fit for you, and we will go from there. So I'm excited for tomorrow's live trading session. It's up to you if you're going to join us. If you, again, want to learn a little bit more about it, that's that second link down below. I hope that it earned your thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.